How to calculate complex prism base area. Imagine holding a shape that looks like a building or a piece of art. Now think about how much space the bottom of that shape covers on a flat surface. That's what we call the base area. When the base is a simple shape like a rectangle or triangle, it's easy to find the area. But what if the base is a complicated shape with many sides? That's when you need a step-by-step plan to figure it out. First, identify what kind of shape the base is. It could be a regular polygon, like a hexagon, or an irregular one with sides of different lengths and angles. Once you know the shape, you can choose the right method to find its area. If the shape is simple, like a rectangle, just multiply the length by the width. For a triangle, multiply the base by the height and divide by 2. But if the shape is more complex, you need to break it into smaller, easier shapes. For example, if the base is a polygon with many sides, divide it into triangles or rectangles. Draw lines from one vertex to other vertices to split the shape. Then find the area of each small shape separately. Add all these areas together to get the total base area. This method works well for irregular shapes. If the base is a regular polygon, you can use a special formula. Take the perimeter of the shape and divide it by 2 to get the semi-perimeter. Then find the distance from the center to the middle of a side, called the apothem. Multiply half the perimeter by the apothem to get the area. For irregular polygons, you can also use coordinate geometry. Assign coordinates to each vertex and use the Shoelace formula. This involves multiplying and subtracting the coordinates in a specific pattern to find the area. It's a quick way to handle complex shapes with many sides. When working with triangles, Heron's formula is very helpful. First, find the semi-perimeter by adding all 3 sides and dividing by 2. Then, plug the semi-perimeter and side lengths into the formula. The square root of the semi-perimeter times the semi-perimeter minus each side. This gives you the area of the triangle. Once you have the base area, you can find the volume of the prism. Just multiply the base area by the height of the prism. If you want to find the surface area, multiply the perimeter of the base by the height and add twice the base area. Remember, the key to calculating the base area of a complex prism is to identify the shape, break it into smaller parts if needed, and use the right formulas. This way, even the most complicated bases become manageable.